Hi and welcome. This is the Stars Tarot, and I'm here to do a reading for you. So, I decided that since we have entered the new year 2025, I'm going to do a bit of a preview on what it would look like if you would purchase one of my readings that I have listed in my Etsy shop. And one of the options that you can choose is a reading that is sort of forecasting per month the whole year of 2025. And for this reading today, I'm be doing the month of January, February, and March, and we'll be looking at the general energies of the month, energies in the for your love life, for your career. So I'm going to pull 3 cards for each month, and then I also have some additional messages. If I feel guided to pull some of those, it's from the Angel Answers Oracle card deck. And this is the Light Seers Tarot deck that I'll be using for the energies of the month. First of all, I wanted to show you the Hermit card. And the Hermit is going to be really important for the year 2025. How do we get to this card? Well, if you add 2 plus 2 plus 5, so the single digits of 2025, it will get to 9. And 9 is the major arcana card, the Hermit, in the tarot decks. And basically, this card is reflecting the collective energy for the whole year. Now, the Hermit is a card of inner reflection, guidance, basically sitting still within yourself, being isolated from any type of noise that is distracting you, and just really reflecting. So those are also the energies that are going to be working for the collective throughout this whole year. So there is a bigger lesson here in the sense of trying to find your inner stillness and illuminating the path forward. So a very reflective kind of energy for this year for the collective. Okay, so let's look at the energies per month. I'm just going to give this deck a bit of a shuffle. Now remember that this is a general reading. I'm just pulling cards for the collective, so it may mean that, sometimes the cards are going to be more resonating with you than other cards. And it is nice to also look back at readings when the month has passed and see in what way the cards were actually applicable to you and whether or not they really resonated. So we're just going to have the question about the month of January first. I'm first going to pull a card for the general energies of the rest of the month. Okay, I'm just going to give this a shuffle and focus on the general energies for the rest of the month of January 2025. Okay. Sometimes I don't always read reversal. This card came out upside down. I'm just kind of intuitively decide whether or not I'm going to read cards upside down or not. And upside down reading the card means that I would be looking more at blockages or the shadow side of the meanings of the card. But I'm going to take this card as upright. All right, then a card for love. Any card for the energies of love in January 2025. Four of Pentacles. First card was the Ten of Pentacles, by the way. This is the Four of Pentacles. And then we can look at career, job related question. What is it? What is going to happen with that for the rest of January? the Empress. Okay, so let's dig into this. The month of January is gonna, I mean, it's the overall energy is quite nice and very reflective of sort of the holiday season which we have gone through now. The Ten of Pentacles is a card of community building, legacy, really joining together in sharing abundance. So I would say that's very much appropriate for the holiday season, celebrating New Year's. So it's really a feeling of overall togetherness. So in January, there's really an energy on a general scale for the collective of closeness, feeling connected with people around you, feeling connected with your inner circle. So a really lovely, enjoyable energy. Then if we look at the energies for love throughout the month of January, it's a bit more tricky. It's the Four of Pentacles. And the Four of Pentacles is a card of kind of keeping your cards close to your heart. I think this is really nicely reflected in the illustration of this deck, because you can see how this lady is kind of keeping her purse close to her chest, so covering her heart area. So it means that you're trying to keep very structured within your love life relationships. Not trying to give too much away, trying to be a bit more cautious, and being very aware of what you're giving out, and being just really moderate with it. So it's really much a card of moderation and not giving energies away unnecessarily. And it's mostly out of a motivation to protect yourself, but it's trying to keep in the line of, being very structured within yourself, being protective of yourself. So those are the energies for for a general feeling of the month for your love life or relationships. And then if we look at career, well, this is just an absolutely wonderful card. It's the Empress. And the Empress is a card of growth and abundance. It's kind of like sort of the divine feminine card. So it would look like that some of you may actually get a promotion, that you are somehow growing within your job or growing to a new type of task. But there's going to be a responsibility that you will be taking on that you can thoroughly handle, because you have everything within you to make it a success. It's such a grounded and loving card, with filled with compassion, and just not being afraid of your own capability. So this is really a card that bodes well for career or job advice. So if you were looking for a potential extra responsibilities or any type of growth within your job currently, then this is really signaling it's going to be a great time to step up and take on more responsibilities, or expecting perhaps a promotion or some kind of extension of what you are currently doing. So those are really lovely energies for career and any job related questions. Okay, so that's the month of January. Now let's look at, I'm going to put these away. Let's look at the cards for the month of February. Right, let's see what comes out. The Eight of Swords. I kind of feel like I actually should be taking this upright. And a card for love and relationships. I'm going to pull this one. Two of Swords. So that's already Two Swords card. It's related to the mental realm. So anything that is applying to logic, reason, intellect, which is seeming to be the forefront in terms of energies for the month of February. And then a card for career and job perspectives. Seven of Swords. Oh, wow. This seems to be a bit more of a challenging month than January was reflecting. So to start off with, the Eight of Swords, normally if the card is upright, and this is the general energy, right? The Eight of Swords is a card of feeling restricted. And again, you can see that really perfectly illustrated in this deck. You see this lady that's tied up here, but it's kind of like a cage of her own making. And it doesn't really seem to be grounded in reality either, because here she is, and you actually now, when you see the perspective from the other side, you see that this card of being caged in and be restricted is a mirror, and she's actually free. So it's kind of like an feeling of an insecurity and restriction that is of your own making. It's not really grounded in reality. It's like you can cut yourself loose, but are you willing to do that? Do you have the courage to cut yourself loose from the restriction that you are feeling mentally, so that you can feel more free again and feel more in control? So that is if it would be upright. So if we take the other side of it, if we take the card upside down, you see that she actually did the exact thing. She freed herself from this restriction. So the energy for the general energy for the month of February seems to be one of you, if in case you have been feeling restricted, if you have been feeling demotivated because you just couldn't see a way out of something, then in February you will be feeling like you can release these doubts and worries about that. You will be feeling much more free, and that those restrictions have served its purpose and that you can now release it. So as a general energy, that is quite nice. But what we see here for love and relationships is the Two of Swords. So there seems to be a very heavy mental, logical, intellectual theme throughout February for all three areas. So the Two of Swords, again, this is, it can be a card about feeling conflicted in a way. You can see here how these two crows are pulling this, this lady in different directions, and she's blindfolded and she's really not sure which way to go or what she should be choosing. So the twos can really resemble a choice to be made. But because everything seems so chaotic, which is represented by these crows again, who are just kind of like grasping at her, it seems that the choice is just really difficult and you can't seem to be unbiased because of the chaoticness. So when it comes to love and relationship, there might be this feeling where you have to surrender to this feeling of indecision, and trying to find out for yourself which decision is offering what outcome, and try to reflect on that so that you can make a choice that's not based on I just have to make a choice because it's there and I'm just making it in haste because then at least I'm done with this chaoticness. Try to center yourself, try to ground yourself, and look at your two options and what they can offer you so that you do not have to make a choice blindly, just for the purpose or for the sake of making a choice. So that's going to be important to recognize within love and relationships. Then for career and jobs, we have the Seven of Swords. This is normally a card of like thievery, sneaking around. Basically, you're not above board kind of card. So someone is not showing their true self. Someone is a bit sneaky. So maybe there's a coworker that doesn't have the best intentions when it comes to you in your career. But this could also be a card that's saying be strategic. So if there's any type of conflicting situation in your work within the month of February, it could be that it's saying go at it alone, be strategic, and think about how you can work around this type of conflicting energy without compromising yourself. So, whatever action you take it from the angle of integrity and authenticity so that you can come out at least knowing that what you did was right. So being strategic is definitely a thing in February. I just want to do an additional message here and see what else is important to know for the month of February. This one is sticking out. Look for a sign. Okay, so it could be that you need to pay attention to signals that could give you more information. So also be intuitively aware of signals that might come your path. A year from now. So if you had a specific question in mind, especially a timing question, so when would something occur, it's signaling a year from now. So in February next year, something that you've been wondering about when that will happen is going to be in February 2026. Okay, so those were the cards for February. Let's now look at the cards for March. The Three of Cups. Two of Wands. Again, a number 2, signaling a choice to be made. And Judgment. Okay, so let's look at this more closely. The Three of Cups, which came out for the general energies for the month of March, this is really a lovely card. The Three of Cups is a card of friendship, support, feeling like you're around like-minded people, just kind of, in management lingo, finding your tribe. So you will be spending a lot of time with friends and just being among people that make you feel supported, that make you feel good, that make you feel hopeful towards the future. So this is absolutely a very lovely energy for the collective for the month of March. Then when it comes to love and relationship, there is again a choice. It's the Two of Wands. And the Two of Wands is basically a card of planning and really strategizing how you are going to be taking an action. And you see here that this lady in the illustration, she's kind of like deciding which way she's going to go. She has this globe here, there's this van at the bottom, so she's considering traveling. So perhaps within love and relationships, it might be a time to decide on what trip are you going to make. Are you planning something with a partner? Are you just, already deciding maybe for the summer holiday or a bit before that? What are you going to choose? So it's really kind of, sizing up what kind of options you have and deciding on where you want to put your energy towards. So in this card, it's the energy towards traveling, but what is this other wand here offering? So that's something that will come up, planning and then taking an action. Very much a bit like the month of February with the Two of Swords, although the swords are more connected to making a choice based upon having clarity of mind. Okay, so if we look at career and job opportunities within the month of March, we have the Judgment card. And Judgment is a card of feeling that there is a higher calling for you. So for those of you who are thinking of maybe changing jobs or changing careers, there might be in March a moment where you go like, oh, this is the path where I'm supposed to be on with my career. So it might indicate that there will be a shift coming in, which is opening up some realization that this is the path that you need to follow. And it will be something that will be very close to your identity, very close to your heart, and something that will feel very natural to you. So if this is something that you have been contemplating lately, or something that you will be contemplating before March of this year, then within March you can expect to feel that validation of like, oh yes, this is the feeling that I was waiting for. This is my signal to look for something that is a bit more with my current alignment that I'm searching for. So that's also a lovely energy. And let's see what additional messages we can get for the month of March. This one fell out. Ask for help from others. Okay, so you might also be, because it's above, I'm just sort of intuitively placing this card above the Two of Wands. You might be wanting to plan and take action for a decision based on how others can support you, or maybe you need to have sort of like a sounding board with other people and kind of, gauge what they think about your plans. And maybe that will be helpful in making your final decision. It's up to you. Yeah, so definitely there's this feeling of needing to make a decision, which could be aided by speaking to others, sharing your ideas, and then decide, because eventually it's up to you. And this is also in terms of the career card, where the judgment aha moment feeling is going to say like, okay, this is a path that is a possibility, it's an option, but it's up to you to follow through on it. So it's, kind of up to you to heed the call, to heed the calling for something that is a better fit for you. Okay, so I hope that this was helpful to understand what is going to come towards us in terms of different types of energies from January up until March this year. If you're thinking, okay, that is nice, I would like to have a more detailed reading and more personalized for myself, then that is great, because I currently have a sale running for the year 2025 forecast reading. It's a 25% sale, so it's 25% off of the initial price, and it will be running until the end of January. So I hope that this was a good idea of what you can expect for these readings. And of course, this was only a quick summary, and I would love to help you out with a more detailed reading so that you have an understanding what you can expect for the rest of the year. Thank you, and bye for now.